Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about the best K-dramas that I watched in 2021. I'll do timestamps also. This video is mainly about the best K-dramas that I watched in 2021. I watched 60 K-dramas in 2021 and my best K-dramas are about 20. I couldn't shorten it to any lesser than 20 because they were just all so good. But I guess that just means more K-drama recommendations, which is a good thing, right? Okay, I'm going to start from the bottom. I gave them objectively 4 out of 5 stars, but I can't stop thinking about them, which is why I'm including them in this list as well. Other than that, between like the 4 and 5 stars, there's really no other distinction. There's no other ranking also, because I don't know how to pit them against each other to find the best K-drama that I watched in 2021. Let's not do that. Let's talk about the 4 stars one first, but also my favorites, okay? So the first one that I want to talk about is Taxi Driver. The main cast is Lee Jae-hoon, who plays Kim Do-ki, and Esam, who plays Kang Hana. The plot, the synopsis, is basically about Kim Do-ki, who has graduated from the Naval Academy and he became an underwater demolition team official. His mother was murdered by a serial killer and his life changed afterwards. And from there, he is now a deluxe taxi driver who works for a Rainbow Taxi Company. And the company is not just an ordinary taxi company, because the company also offers a special revenge call service. So if clients ask them to take revenge for them, Kim Do-ki, who drives this deluxe taxi, will transform into this revenge taxi, and his co-workers will also help to perform this revenge service. So it's really interesting because it's about crime and all the different bad guys and how you see them get punished by this deluxe taxi service, and it's so interesting. And there's a lot of action scenes also. The music combined with the action scenes make it super interesting to watch, and it's just super good. I really enjoyed it. The second one that I'm going to talk about is known as Hot Stove League, and I think it was quite popular the year it was released also. The main character, I would say, is Min Nam Kung, who plays Baek Sung Soo, and Park Eun Bin, who plays Lee Se Young, Oh Jong Se, who plays Kwon Kyung Min, and Jo Byung Gyu, who plays Han Jae Hee. This is like a sports K-drama, mainly focusing on baseball. So Baek Sung Soo is the newly appointed general manager of this professional baseball team known as Dreams, and this team actually is the bottom of the whole league. And it's about how, with this addition of Baek Sung Soo, who works together with Lee Se Young, who is the operations manager of the team, they try to make the team improve. You get to see how the manager operates this whole team. So it's about how he recruits members, about selling members, and it's very interesting because I never knew anything about baseball teams before watching this drama. The methods that he uses to get that baseball team to improve is very interesting to watch also. So it's not like a typical kind of boring day-to-day sports thing, you know, because it's a drama after all. I didn't give it the full 5 stars, so I remember, because I was very sad that if you think this is a spoiler, you can just skip ahead, okay? I'm just going to talk about what made me not as satisfied with this drama at the end, and I'm going to talk about it now. So basically, this whole thing was building up to these competitions between the baseball teams, right? So it's about how this whole process, but I wanted to have, like, at the end to actually see them play out this match. And I can't remember if there was a match or they just like announced that they won, but to me it's like I wanted like a full, not necessarily full, but at least some time given for the match to actually play out and for us to watch how the baseball players play the game, you know. And there was some part of that towards the end, but not exactly at the end. But I remember there was one very important game at the very end, and we weren't like given the opportunity to see what happened. Instead, they told us what happened. I'm not doing a very good job explaining, but yes, that was why I didn't give it the full 5 stars, because I wanted them to actually play baseball like more instead of this like recruiting thing. But overall, it's still a good drama, which is why I can't stop thinking about it, and I would recommend you to pick it up and watch it as well. Next one is a drama, a web series whose category is dark fantasy, and it's very short. It's only 8 episodes. It's called The Witch's Diner. So I watched this in one day. So this one, it stars Song Ji-hyo, who plays Jo Hira, Nam Ji-hyun, who plays Jong Jin, and Chae Jong Hyuk, who plays Lee Gil Yong. So the synopsis of this It's about how Jongjin is an ordinary woman with a job and a boyfriend, but her boyfriend dumps her and she gets fired from a job. So then she decides to open a restaurant with her mother, but because of people being bad people, the restaurant goes bankrupt and her mother goes down to the country and Jongjin is left alone at the restaurant. And at that time, Jo-hira appears in front of her and she is a witch and she wants to borrow Jongjin's restaurant to open her own restaurant. So Jo-hira, who is a witch, right, she makes food that grants a customer's wish, but in return for that wish being granted, the customers will give her something that she wants from them. So it differs from customer to customer because she follows a recipe, and what happens is like the recipe requires different things, something like that. Yeah, Jongjin also gets to eat Jo-hira's food and it's very, very delicious. So after that, she starts to work for Jo-hira and the restaurant becomes popular, and Chae Jong-hyuk gets recruited as a part-timer also. So it's very interesting because it's very short, and every few episodes, or is it every episode, the characters are different. A customer that gets their wish granted is different, so you get to hear all their different life stories. And I really like these kinds of dramas because you get to meet these people with so fleshed out character backgrounds, and it's so interesting to learn about and watch the drama because it's like dark fantasy also. I really don't know if there is a second season, but I would watch it if there is a second season. Following Nam Ji-hyun, the next drama is also starring Nam Ji-hyun. So this drama is known as Shopaholic Louis, who stars Nam Ji-hyun playing as Ko Bok-sil, So In-guk who plays as Louis or Kang Ji-sung, Yoon Sang-hyun who plays Cha Jong-won, and Lim Se-mi who plays Big Mari. So this drama is kind of like a sweet romance drama with like a bit of, because it's about amnesia also. So this drama is like a romance taking place between Kang Ji-sung, who is Louis, and Ko Bok-sil. Louis is from a rich family and he likes to shop and he's very good at that. That's why he's called Shopaholic King, because he knows where are all the best deals and which one is the real product from all the fake products, or like which one was newly imported, all these kind of things. But he has lost his memory, so he gets taken in or helped by Ko Bok-sil and they just fall in love, and it's very cute and funny, like a very light-hearted romance, and I really like this. It kind of reminded me of this drama which I'll talk about later also, so never mind. Okay, next drama is known as Lovers of the Red Sky. It's a historical fiction drama. So it stars An Hyo-sop playing Haram, Kim Yoo-jung playing Hong Chon-ki, Gong Myung playing Grand Prince Yang Myung, and Kwak Shi-yang playing Grand Prince Ju Hyang. This drama is about how Kim Yoo-jung is a female painter and she has great painting skills. So she is picked as the first female painter of Do Hwa So, which is the Korean Royal Academy of Painting. Hong Chon-ki also has a beautiful appearance and bright personality, and one day she meets Haram. Haram is an officer at the Sowongan, an office in charge of astronomy, geography, art of divination, and meteorology. When he was young, an accident caused him to become blind. So Hong Chon-ki falls in love with him and she does not care that he is blind. Hong Chon-ki keeps appearing in front of Haram and he finds himself waiting for her. So it's kind of like a fantasy historical drama. It's like not your typical historical dramas because there is this fantasy element to it, and it's about how there's a particular reason why Haram is blind and is caused by this accident, which we'll go back to it as the drama progresses. And it's about how they fall in love and how they try to tackle this evil being. It's just really good. I'm sure you can tell I can't really explain, but it's super good. Next drama I'm going to talk about is called Sky Castle. I'm sure you have heard about it before because it was very popular back in the day, and this one I kind of wasn't really interested in watching until last year, so I just started watching it and oh my gosh, it's so interesting, and it kind of like blew me away. The moment I finished it, I kind of had like a drama hangover because I was just so confused. Sky Castle is about these 4 women living in this luxurious Sky Castle neighborhood, and this neighborhood was for the elite people in this school. So they try to make their husbands more successful and raise their children like prince and princesses, and it's like a whole thing because you know how like with elite schools in Korea, apparently everything is very competitive. The parents are also very competitive. They have to do many things to make sure their children ends up in university. So we have 4 families. Okay, how the story starts is basically we see this party being held for this family whose son recently got accepted into Seoul University, if I remember correctly, and they were all very happy and they were trying to like impress or get on the mother's side so that the mother will give them their secrets so that they can help their own children get into university as well. So the mother, after much persuasion, the mother told them about how there was this special tutors that they can try to win them over so that the tutors choose them, that kind of thing. It's very complicated, but yeah, should I say any more? I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, it's very messed up. because I can't imagine whether this is real or not, but I'm sure some parts of it are because of how competitive school is like in Korea, right? But yeah, it's about how far these tutors will go, all for the sake of having this child go to university, and the stress that the children are under because of them being in such an environment. Very messed up, which is why you want to watch it. And it's like, oh my gosh, my head hurt so badly after finishing the drama. It's like, oh my god, drama hangover. I really don't want to bore you anymore, I guess, because that would take away the fun of the drama. So yes, check out Sky Castle. We are now moving on to our 5-star dramas. First one that I want to talk about, Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this last year. It was very, very good. Our main leads, Shin Min-ah, who plays Yoon Hae-jin, Kim Son-ho, who plays Hong Do-sik, and Lee Sang-yi, who plays Ji Song-hyun. So this one is kind of like a healing drama, but towards the end, it gets a little bit emotional. So if you're looking for pure healing, don't get tricked by this drama. Just a warning. This drama is about Yoon Hae-jin, who works as a dentist, and she's a realist. She has a strong sense of rightfulness, and because of that she ends up moving to the seaside village of Gongjin, and she's not used to this whole thing, so she's still adjusting, and she has a very cold personality, and she's just not used to being in a small town where everyone is so friendly and willing to help her, and she's just like cold and aloof to everything. But from there she meets Hong Do-sik. He's called Chief Hong by the local residents because he helps everybody out in the town, and he has a lot of talent, a lot of skills. Officially he is unemployed, but he's always busy. It's about how they slowly form a relationship with each other, how you learn about the side characters and how you fall in love with the side characters. It really reminds me of Vincenzo in the sense that the side characters are really interesting and you want to learn more about their stories also, so they're not just there to accentuate the main characters, if you know what I'm trying to say. It was very healing for maybe I would say half of the drama or 3/4, but towards the end it gets a little bit sad, but it's really, really good. Okay, next drama is Oh My Ghost, played by Park Bo-young, Cho Jong-sok, Lim Joo-hwan, Kim Seul-gi, and Park Jong-ah. So the main leads are, I would say, Park Bo-young, who plays Na Bong-son, Cho Jong-sok, who plays Kang Seung-woo, and Lim Joo-hwan, who plays Choi Seung-jae. So this one, we follow these characters in this restaurant. So Na Bong-son works as an assistant chef. Because of her timid personality and low self-esteem, she doesn't have any friends, and she is kind of scared of a lot of things. So since she was a child, she has been able to see ghosts because of her shaman grandmother, and one day she becomes possessed by this ghost known as Shin Sun-ae, and Kang Seung-woo is a star chef in that same restaurant, and Na Bong-son has a secret crush on him because he's good looking, he's confident as a chef. Even though he is popular with women, he has yet to get over his ex-girlfriend. So after Na Bong-son gets possessed by Shin Sun-ae, he begins to notice her because of her sudden change. And it's very interesting because you see how good Park Bo-young's acting skills are, because she's essentially playing two roles, and also how in these kinds of situations when they start to form a relationship with each other, like how are you sure whether the person that he likes is Na Bong-son or the person that he likes is Shin Sun-ae? And there's also this mystery of how Shin Sun-ae died because she doesn't remember how she died. So it's like this mystery that gets a bit dark towards the end also. So it is kind of like a comedy, romance, mystery, and it's so cute, it's so good. I don't know how Park Bo-young and Cho Jong-sok does it, but their chemistry is so good. Oh my god, this was released in 2015 and I watched it in 2021 and it is so good. Oh my god, just talking about it makes me want to rewatch it again. So yeah, fantastic drama. The next drama, let's talk about Vincenzo first. So I've talked about this drama in that previous tier ranking video. So Vincenzo is played by Song Joong-ki and John Yo-bin and Taekyeon. So Song Joong-ki plays this character known as Vincenzo Cassano. So he was in Italy ever since he was adopted to Italy at the age of 8. Now as an adult, he works for the mafia as a lawyer. And so because of a war between the two mafia groups, he flees back to South Korea. And once he is in South Korea, he gets entangled with this lawyer, Tong Cha-young, played by John Yo-bin, and so they kind of get involved in this. And I watched Vincenzo, then I watched Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, and I really liked how Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha reminded me of Vincenzo, because Vincenzo has like a lot of side characters and they are all fleshed out characters. They're not just there to accentuate the main characters. You want to watch how the side characters interact with each other also, because they're all so good at acting. Oh my gosh. So it's about how the two main leads interact, but also how they interact with the side characters in this whole building. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm sure most of you already know this drama because of how popular it was last year, and it still is popular, I would say. So yeah, Vincenzo. Next drama is Mystic Pop-Up Bar. Same thing as The Witch's Diner. It's very short. It's only... oh, not as short as Witch's Diner. This is 12 episodes. This one is about this Sang Kat Bar, which only opens at night. It is run by Wo Ju, and customers who visit the cat bar consist of normal people and the dead. So while drinking alcohol and eating dishes with Wo Ju, the customers talk about themselves and try to heal their internal wounds. This drama is like a drama, fantasy, mystery drama. And okay, Wo Ju, right, is actually this spiritual being. She's being punished for past misdeeds. So she has to, like, if I remember correctly, she has to fulfill like 999 wishes. So while these customers talk about themselves, try to heal their internal wounds, she will try to ask them like, what wish do you have? And then she will try to grant it for them. And if it succeeds, then it will add up to her tally. So once it reaches 999, I think she can get reincarnated. So there's that fantastical element about it also. And it's really good because, again, similar to The Witch's Diner, you get to hear about all these different characters and their stories and like what happened to them that make them so miserable, and how they heal from this wish being granted, so on and so forth. So I guess you can see that there's a trend in the dramas that I like. Next drama is kind of like a web drama. It's Blue Birthday, played by Yeri from Red Velvet, who plays Oh Ha-rin, Yang Hong Sok, who plays Ji So Jun. These two are the main characters. They are students in this school. So this is a fantasy romance drama in which Oh Ha-rin will revisit the past through mysterious photos left by her first love, who is Ji So Jun, who died on her birthday 10 years ago. So how he died was that he ended up taking his own life, even though he resolved to confess to her that day. He died in the photography room, and she currently came into possession of some photos that he had left behind. After looking at those pictures, she felt all the painful memories coming back, so she decided to burn the photos. Smart of her that she decides to burn them one by one. After she burned one of the photos, she found herself back to the day she took the picture 10 years ago. So the camera only has 8 pictures, which means she only has 8 chances to go back in time and find out how he died eventually. Like, did he really commit suicide, or did something happen, and can she try to stop him? So it's really interesting because it's about like going back in time. There's this mystery, there's this fantasy element, romance element. So yeah, it's really, really good. I wasn't expecting much from this drama, but it was instant 5-star. Remember how I talked about Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha and said that it wasn't like a healing drama? This drama is a healing drama. So this drama is Racket Boys, and again, I wasn't expecting much from this drama. This one is about how a boys badminton team at a middle school, I think originally they only consisted of 3 members, and there was a boys team and a female team, but I think the female team was in a different school if I remember correctly. Yoon Hyun Jong, played by Kim Sang Kyung, he was once the best badminton player, but now that he has aged, he now takes the coaching job of this boys badminton team. So he brings along his son Tang Jun Sang, who plays Yoon Hae Kang, all the way to the countryside to this school. And at first, Tang Jun Sang plays baseball, but he is also good at badminton because his dad was good at badminton also. Like, I guess they played together or something. But now that he has come to this countryside, there's no baseball team, so he kind of gets roped into this badminton team, and they form relationships with the other 3 guys on the team, who are Song San Yong, who plays Bang Yoon Dam, Choi Hyun Wook, who plays Na Woo Chan, Kim Kang Hoon, who plays Lee Yong Tae. So it's about how they form this bromance with each other, and maybe some kind of romance with the female players on the female team. So it's really healing because, again, it's about sport, but it's also about friendship and their journey into trying to grow this badminton team so that they're not always on the last again. You can really feel the youth in this drama because they're all teenagers, right? and their acting skill, oh my gosh, so good. And it's kind of like comedic also. Okay, again, this next drama, I wasn't expecting much from it because I've never heard of it before. At this point, when I was about to watch it, I was in the mood for thriller dramas and I wasn't in the mood for anything that I knew, so I was trying to find recommendations online and people were talking about this one, so I was like, okay, let's give it a try. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, at this point, I don't remember much about the drama, but it was so good, 5 stars. So this one is about how Ki Moo-hyuk, played by Yoon Gyeon-sang, is a lawyer with a high winning rate and he only cares about money. But due to a murder case at a high school that he dealt with, his reputation as a lawyer hits rock bottom. And in order to regain his good name as a lawyer, he infiltrates into the high school as a teacher to try to reveal the secret about this case so that he can regain his reputation. So in doing so, he gets involved with this teacher, Ha So-hyun, who is played by Kim Se-rok, and she is a PE teacher who loves her students. This school is so much more dark and so much more going on than what is on the surface, and the students they're so evil and so hinted by the events that happen in the school, and it's like not everybody is as who they seem. Throughout the drama, you get to see like more secrets being revealed, and it's so good, so shocking, so good. Next drama is a historical drama. The one that reminded me of shopaholic King Louis is 100 Days My Prince. So this one is again played by Nam Ji-hyun. She's in so many dramas, in my best K-dramas of 2021. Amazing. Nam Ji-hyun plays Hong Shim or Yoon Yi-seo, and D.O. from EXO, Do Kyung-soo, plays Won-duk or Lee Yul. This drama is about how Lee Yul is the crown prince, but he suddenly disappears because he has amnesia. So I can't remember how he got it, but he got amnesia and he doesn't remember who he is and what happens, but Hong Shim stumbles upon him and helps him out. She runs the first private detective agency in Joseon. Again, it's like a romance, kind of comedic because of this amnesia trope, and I don't know, it's so good. Oh my god, Kim Son-ho is in this drama also. Han So-hee is in this drama also. As with historical dramas, there is like a political aspect also, but romance and everything is so cute. My friend who watched it after I recommended it to her, she said that I think at the start she was very turned off by Dio's character because he was this spoiled prince who just abuses his power and that kind of thing, but after that she eventually got to like the drama because of what he does and his character development. But I think she was almost going to drop the drama at the start, so I would say like try to get to the midpoint at least to determine whether you want to continue watching. Next drama that I'm going to talk about is Move to Heaven. Oh my gosh, this drama is so good. Okay, it's kind of a shorter drama, it's only 10 episodes. Lee Jae-hoon, who was in Taxi Driver, plays Cho Sang-gu. Hang Jun-sang, who was in Racket Boys, plays Han Guru. So this drama is about Guru, who is a young man with Asperger's syndrome, so there is like disability representation. He works for his father's business known as Move to Heaven. So what they do is that they arrange items left by diseased people. Once the body is taken care of, they go into the place, maybe it's a room, and they clean the room and store things that they think is important to the remaining people. In a sense, they will pass on the things that are meaningful or hold some special meaning to any remaining family members, so on and so forth. So I really like this drama because again, it is about different people's lives. It's called trauma cleaning, so each trauma cleaning case they encounter, and it's also about how, if you consider this a spoiler, skip ahead a bit, but yeah, so Guru's father dies within the first episode or the second episode, and his uncle Sang-gu suddenly is tasked to be the guardian so that he can get some inheritance from the father or something like that. He is originally a code man. He was a martial artist who fought in underground matches. Because of becoming his guardian, they slowly develop this relationship with each other, and it's so heartwarming. I believe I cried in this drama, and because they continue this Move to Heaven business after the father dies, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's so moving. I really hope there is a second season so that I can come back to this world because it's so good. It's such a short drama, but it's so good. So yeah, that was Move to Heaven. Next drama I'm going to talk about is a really dark drama. My friend doesn't like it because of how dark and messed up it is, but that's the exact reason why I like it. So again, people have different opinions. You might not enjoy the drama, but this drama is called Save Me. Taekyeon, who was in Vincenzo, plays Han Sang-hwan. So Ye-ji, who played It's Okay to Not Be Okay. I didn't watch it in 2021, but it's also a good drama. She plays Im Sang-mi. Woo Do-hwan plays Sok Dong-chol. Cho Sung-ha plays Baek Jung-hee, and David Lee plays Woo Jong-hoon. How did I stumble upon this? I believe it was Instagram Explore. They were talking about the messed up villains from a K-drama, and one of the characters was featured in that post in this drama. So yeah, for young men who don't have jobs, they face a woman in an alley the woman mouths the word "save me." This woman, who is Im Sang-mi, basically, she is involved with a religious cult group, and so the 4 young men try to get her out of this situation, and it's very messed up because it's about how scary cults can actually be and how messed up they are because of this one kind of religious figure that takes advantage of people's religious beliefs to further their own personal selfish gains. And it's so messed up. It's to the point where you would question, how are these people so stupid that they are so blinded by what's actually happening? But it's actually very real. I believe that it's out there, that can happen. It's so messed up, so thrilling because of how these 4 guys try to get out the girl and save her. There's a 2nd season, but I didn't watch it because I think the characters are different. Yeah, so that was Save Me. Next drama is called Still 17. Some platforms call it 30 but 17. So this one, again, I wasn't expecting much, but again, it was 5 stars. So this one stars Shin Hye-san, who I will talk about in a drama later. Shin Hye-san plays Woo Sori, Yang Se-jong plays Gong Woo-jin. Gong Woo-jin is a 30-year-old single man, and he works as a set designer. And due to a trauma he experienced 13 years ago, he does not want to have a relationship with others, and he's kind of perceived as strange by members of the public because he will often start measuring things suddenly, and his appearance is very shaggy and messy and unkempt, so that people kind of tend to misunderstand him. But actually he's fascinated by objects that he sees in public, so he tries to measure them so that he can use them as inspiration for his own set. Woo Sori, when she was 17, she fell into a coma, and 30 years later she wakes up from a coma, and even though her mental age is still as a 17-year-old, she's now 30 years old. So it's about how they kind of get entangled with each other and they meet each other, fall in love. But it's also about how you get to see how a coma patient feels after waking up, because people say that it's a miracle that she wakes up, right? But she's suddenly forced into this situation without having any time to prepare for it, and she just like that has to accept that she's 30 and there's this whole gap in her life of 13 years. How is she gonna get a job? How is she gonna get an education, so on and so forth, and what happens to her members of her family? There's so many factors about that. It's so interesting to think about, which is why I really like this drama also. So there's comedic element, romance element, and it's about how coma patients experience after waking up, and the side characters of this drama. Oh my god, my favorite Lee Do-hyun is in this drama. More reason to watch it. The side characters, other than Lee Do-hyun, they're also very interesting to watch them interact with each other on screen. Especially this housekeeper, Jennifer, who is played by Ye Ji-won. Oh my god, she's so interesting. So unique also. So that was Still 17. So following Shin Hye-sun, right, let's talk about Mr. Queen next. I've talked about this in that video also. So I know that in that tier ranking drama, I think I gave it not the highest ranking, but ever since then I have continued to think about it, and I've decided to raise my ranking to 5 stars. Mr. Queen is starring Shin Hye-sun, who plays Kim So-young, and Kim Jong-hyun, who plays Kim Chol-jong. It's about how Jang Bong-hwan works as a chef at the president's blue house, and somehow his spirit finds its way into Queen Kim So-young's body in the Joseon period. So I remember talking about how when I watched the first episode, because I like to go into my dramas blind, I was very confused because I didn't know that Jang Bong-hwan was in this drama, as in the character, and I was like, am I watching the same drama? Am I watching the wrong drama? That kind of thing. It's about how Jang Bong-hwan male characters in this female character's body, and it's very funny because of that. Very funny, oh my god. They keep interacting with Kim Jong-hyun and how they start to fall in love. There's political elements to this drama as well, and also about how when they start falling in love with each other, similar to what I talked about in Oh My Ghost, how is Kim Jong-hyun sure that he liked Kim So-young and not Jang Bong-hwan? These kind of discussions, you know. And I remember I gave it 4 and not 5 because this discussion wasn't really explained upon, and the drama just ended from there. But I don't know, I just really keep thinking about this drama so much that even though it has this kind of flaw, I'm willing to overlook it and give it 5 stars, because you know how sometimes you just love something despite its potential flaws. Next, it is going to be Law School, which I also talked about in that video. Law School has a very good soundtrack. You can check it out on Spotify. So Law School is about this former prosecutor who is now a professor at this prestigious law school. He's infamous for being the strict professor. He tends to unleash biting remarks, and students don't like him because of this. One day, something happens. There is a murder that happened in one of the lessons, and so he gets framed for it in a sense, and the other students try to uncover the truth behind it. So the other students consist of Kim Bom, who plays Han Jun-hui, and Ryu Hae-young, who plays Kang Sol A, Lee Soo-young, who plays Kang Sol B, David Lee, who plays Seo Ji-ho and Ko Jun-young, who plays John Ye-sul. So I really like this drama because I haven't encountered any previous drama with a law school setting, and it's very interesting because it's about law and how students study for law school, and about how we try to uncover the truth behind this murder case also, who actually did it. And also there is no romance in this drama between the main characters, and I'm still salty about it, and I wish that there was, because the chemistry is so good. Okay, last drama is The Uncanny Counter. Jo Byung-gyu, who was in Hot Stove League, plays So Moon. He's a main character now. Yoo Jun-sang plays Ga Mo-tak. Kim Se-jong plays Do-hana. Yoon Hae-ran plays Choo Me-ok. This one is a fantasy drama, fantasy comedy romance. We have this group of people called Counters, and their purpose is to hunt down evil spirits, and they each have their own special abilities. So Ga Mo-tak has one special ability, Do-hana has one, and Choo Me-ok has one. And so their purpose is to hunt down evil spirits, and they disguise themselves as employees at this noodle restaurant. So So-moon is a high school student, and he is the youngest member of Counter, and his special ability is his physical strength. So as a child, he was involved in a suspicious car accident. His parents died in an accident, and he was left with a limp in his left leg. So there's disability representation also. And again, I really like this drama because each character has very good mysterious character backgrounds you want to know more about, and how they interact with each other is like a family. I remember I had a critique about this drama because So Moon has a limp in his left leg, right? But because he became a Counter, he recovered, and because of that I teared up. But also because of that I was thinking, oh my gosh, there was this opportunity for you to have this main character with a disability, but you decided to take it away. But thankfully something happened at the end that it kind of soothed my critiques of the end. I was very satisfied with this drama. I'm really hoping that season 2 is going to start filming soon, because they confirmed that there is a second season, but they haven't started filming yet. Don't be worried if you are scared that the first season doesn't have an ending. The first season has an ending, but I just want a second season so that I can come back into this world again and see these characters again. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. So thank you for watching. If you have any K-drama recommendations, let me know in the comments below, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.